Take your time. Take your time. Oh, yes, I've been looking for you for so long. Trying to read my mind. I'm thinking about your life. I'm interested, girl, but wait. Okay, you must understand. No love is free, I'm thirsty, man. I'll take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Everyone put your hands together. Let's feel good. Let's feel good. Oh yeah. You can sing along with me if you want. All right, here we go. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake your body line. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it all the time. Work, 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 Sonora. Work your body line. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time. I'm gonna sing this Sonora. I'll tell you friends I adore. And when she dances so good, she's a hurricane to know. Rock your body in time. Oh yeah, I really do jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Oh yeah, I really do jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake your body line. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it all the time. Work, 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 Sonora. Work your body line. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time. Let's talk about cha-cha. Time to us a little rumba. So let's dance and go cha-cha. You can do this as a lawyer. Rock your line. Rock your body in time. Oh yeah, I really, really jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Oh yeah. Does anybody know who that song was done by?
Harry Belafonte.
There you go. She knows. All right.
All right, cool.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you. It's really fun to be here today. A pleasure. Thank you, Ivan, and the staff for helping make all this happen. And we're not outside, but we're inside, and here we are. It's a beautiful thing. So I've got a hand for the members in the band today, singing and playing second steel drums, David Gaskin. And on guitar, vocals, John Henderson. Bass, Glenn Rivero. Drums and vocals, Hassan Bakur. Yours truly, Arthur Lipner. We started this band before 1990. We've been playing together a very long time. So it's a lot of fun. We just did a couple of calypso and soca songs for you. Soca is music from the island of Trinidad, where David is from. Calypso was the original music of Trinidad, and when it migrated up to New York City and R&B was happening, and soul kind of became calypso soul, and that got combined into soca. So that's a soca feel, kind of a funkier calypso. And we're going to do a couple of reggaes for you now. The first one is by Bob Marley, called Three Little Birds.
And Stormy, thank you for the Harry Belafonte answer. You win yourself a autograph, Stormy.
How you feeling? Warm? You feeling warm? Sing along.
Every little thing is gonna be alright. So don't worry about a thing.
Don't worry, my friends.
Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Rise up this morning.
Smile to the rising sun.
Yes, I.
Three little birds beside my lonesome, singing sweet songs of all the things to do. Don't worry about a thing. Oh, every little thing is gonna be alright. Say don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Everything gonna be alright. Yeah. Yes, sir. We have a big fun today. How many people out there went to Jamaica? Anybody here went to Jamaica, Bob Marley country? That's right. This is the message to you. Don't worry. Put your hands up. Somebody feeling good. That's what I'm talking about. Bob Marley country.
Yes, every little thing is gonna be alright. Say don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Everything gonna be alright. Yes, David, sing the song better.
About a thing.
Everybody's feeling good.
Every little thing
Every little thing gonna be alright.
be alright. Don't worry
Put your hands together. We're gonna do a little shaggy for you guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me hear you. Somebody say yeah. Let's groove a little bit because it's a beautiful day inside. It's not cold. Everything is just right.
Darling, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Closer than my picture are to me. Shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Life is one big party when you're still young. But who's gonna watch you back when it's all done? It's all good when you're little and you have it from your can't be a fool. So what about the long run? Who's gonna be there and always a mention? See me like it ain't that much attention. She was there to my incarceration. I wanna show the nation my appreciation. Girl, you're my you're my darling angel, closer than my picture are to me. Show you my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. You're a queen, that's how you should be treated. Boy, you never got the loving that you need. I kinda wanna, I feel love when you heat to the head and the feet. It's your body. Sisters, it's just not the problem. But that's the wonder of emotion. You see the love we have together is so strong. Then we got it too long, it's gonna be wrong. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Wasn't that my picture to me? Shawty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. You're my friend when I'm in need. Girl, to you, my heart I surrender. I'm gonna give you all my love. Girl, to you, my heart I surrender. My stuff is from my love. Girl, to you, my heart I surrender. My stuff is from my love. Girl, to you, my heart I surrender. Life is only a big party when you're still young. But who's gonna watch it back when it's all done? It's all good when you're little and you have it from your can't be a fool's game. What about the long run? Was gonna be there and always a mention. See me like it, got much attention. She was there in my incarceration. I wanna generation my appreciation. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my picture to me. Shawty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
Yeah. Let me hear some guitar. Let me hear some guitar. Strike, my brother, strike. fall falling overboard. Yes.
Thank you.
Let's go. Some from Africa. The sound of valley. Yes. All the way. All right, we can get it on the side. Give it a foot. Big job right here. Yes. Everybody sounding good. We got the drummer. Brother Hassan is in the house. Kick it up, kick it up, kick it up. I want to hear you. I want to hear you. Brother Glenn is in the house. Let's give Brother Glenn. Buddha Watusi. Buddha Watusi.
This is a song about Bob Dylan. Check this out. Take your time. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Mama, take these guns off of me. I can't use it anymore. Oh yeah. It's getting too dark to see. Seems like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Oh yeah. Sing it. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Mama, take these guns away from me. I can't shoot them anymore. Oh no. There's a long dark cloud following me. Seems like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock,
hope you're enjoying this. This is the Caribbean Cruisers featuring Arthur Lipner.
Oh yeah. See clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. God of the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. All of the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Yes. That was gallant vocals. I almost cried in his performance. He was sweating. He was just getting hot. I had to hold back tears.
All right, David's going to flip these steel drums over for a second and show you what it's all about inside there. We call them pans. Steel pans, steel drums. So this is a range called a double second. You've probably seen steel pans before that require only one drum, right? That's because the range is higher, so the notes are smaller. It takes a smaller space to create the same frequency like a trumpet and a tuba, right? So you have higher instruments, are smaller tubes or smaller pan surface. You can fit more notes on there. So in a 2.5 octave range, for example, all of the notes fit on the single drum. And we don't call the highest drum a soprano, it's called a tenor. Can't tell you why. But this is called a double second, so this range is a little bit lower than the highest drum, and it allows the opportunity to play the same range melodies along with playing the larger areas, which you can see basically go down somewhere in the range below middle C of around an E and F, somewhere in there. My set of double seconds actually goes down to an E. It's custom made, so they move things around to make more room for that big note on the bottom. So double seconds are a really cool range to play because you can play melodies and play chords too, and then solo across the range of the instruments. The thing that David's holding is called an apron. That's a resonant body, just like you have the resonant bodies of wooden instruments or the guitar, so that helps to transfer the sound and amplify it a bit. And when the steel drums go out of tune, they have to be tuned very carefully by someone who knows what they're doing. Since the areas of pitch are basically circular, they're kind of, the overtone series runs kind of like it does in a cymbal, and it's pretty tricky to know exactly where the different frequencies are and how to balance them. tuning the marimba, you have a basic bar frequency halfway across, cuts the frequency in half, etc. But working with circular handmade instruments like this, the tuning is really, really key. And then when you have more steel drums in the band, we call that blending. So getting the pans all to sound together like a section, the way violins would have a much easier time in a string orchestra. So in that case, the steel band really has to have steel pans that are all made by the same person. It makes it easier to blend the sound together and to get the pitches more tuned up. Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
These are living, breathing acoustic instruments, just like the marimba. And in case you're wondering, the marimba is like a big xylophone. The xylophone ranges higher than marimba. This is wood from Honduras. It's rosewood. And middle C is right here. So this is a 4 1/3 octave marimba. The one I have in my studio is 5 octaves.
Wow.
I really only bring that to very special recording sessions or gigs. And this instrument is originally from Africa, from the Ivory Coast. In Ghana, the traditions of marimba come from Ghana, Senegal, Uganda, in that general area of the Ivory Coast. And I actually went to Ghana to play the instrument. It's there called the Guyil, G-Y-I-L, and we filmed a documentary called Talking Sticks there. I really encourage you to check out talkingsticksfilm.com. It's at my website. And my sister Mara accompanied me there, which was super cool. And so the Guyil, G-Y-I-L, is similar to a balafone. These are all in the same family of instruments from that area of Africa. And the vibraphone, you're probably familiar with vibes, which I also play, which is part of the roots of the jazz movement and creation of jazz. In the late 20s, the vibraphone was created in 1927, right around there. So the bars are metal, and that instrument has a pedal, like a piano. So when you step down, the notes sustain. The vibraphone also has a motor. So that's a little bit about the instruments we're playing up here. Hope you found that interesting. And people are always asking me, people don't know the difference between a vibraphone, a xylophone, and a telephone, yeah? So we do our best to educate along the way.
And how about the 4, like you're using? Yeah.
Oh, I don't need the mic, do I? Hello. So I started out as a classical pianist when I was 6, and then I started taking jazz lessons when I was 10. And then when I first saw the vibraphone at age 13, I just fell in love with it. So I transferred what I knew with 10 fingers basically over to 4 really long ones, yeah? And it's the normal way to play. I see players playing with 2 mouths, and I don't really understand why the tradition is moving backwards a bit. If you're facile with the instrument, you should be able to hold 4 and do everything that you would normally do with 2, including speed, but you have the opportunity to play harmony. And harmony lines can be above, in the center, or below melodies, just the way you would on a normal keyboard. So, yeah, that's this way of holding the sticks. This particular group was created by Gary Burton, the legendary violinist, in case you're familiar with Gary. So we've got only about 10 minutes for you, 12 minutes left. We're going to do a couple of Caribbean songs for you, and then wrap up with Harry Belafonte's Deo. So let's see, what should we play? Move to the left? Let's move to the left. One, two, three.
Yes. Woo! How you guys doing out there now? Time is almost up. All right, now we want to move it to the left, move it to the left, everybody. Move it to the right, move it to the right. Here we go. Move it to the left, move it to the left, everybody. Move it to the right, move it to the right. Here we go. Rock it down again. When the sun will rain, we're gonna move it. Everybody move it. We all must unite. Never must fight. We can move to the right. Everybody move to the right. For action and celebration. Come on and join the fight. Open up your heart. Monday, Tuesday, it's time to break away. Move it to the left. Move it to the right. On board. Here we go. Move it to the left. Move it to the left. Everybody, move it to the right. Move it to the right. Here we go. Move it to the left. Move it to the left. Move it to the right. Move it to the right. Dance up, dance up, dance up, dance up, dance up, dance up. Let's hit me. Up, boy. wants to know. Never wants to fight the rock. Everybody. Here we go, here we go. We back with money, and every green away. Enjoy your happy day. Come on, then Tuesday. It's time to break away. Move it to the end. Somebody say yes. I had a good job. Now if you want to dance, we can teach you how to do the dance. Watch me, watch me. I'm gonna do the dance. Don't stop. Move it to the left. Watch me.
Move it to the left. Move it to the right. Move it to the right.
Could you do that?
Move it to the left. Move it to the left.
Move to the right.
Move it to the right. Move it to the
Watch
right.
my feet. Watch my feet. I'm going to the left. Watch my feet. I'm going to the right. Watch my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many do you want to get up and do a little shot? Don't be shy. We got to go. Let people in the ghetto come and get one of these. Don't be shy. Come on down. Come on down. Get one. Yes.
And of course, take one.
Everybody stand up. Let's have a good time before we leave. Shake your body.
I can't resist. We have a party song. It's love, the magic charm. Oh, break it up, break it up, How you feeling? Feeling hot, hot, hot. Say what? Feeling hot, hot, hot. See people rocking, hear people chatting, feeling hot, hot, hot. Feel the spirit, come on in, feeling hot, hot, hot. It's in the air, celebration time. Music sweet, don't let your mind. We have a party song. It's love, the teacher. Bring it up, come on. Bring it up, How you feeling? Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Get on yourself. We said I 6, 10, 7, 10, 10, bunch. We said I 6, 10, 7, 10, 10, bunch. Everybody say,
John Henderson, guitar and vocals. Yours truly, Arthur Lipner, marimba, keys, and vocals. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Music in Unbelievable Park. We'll be again next Thursday. Join us. Hopefully
Guys.
outside.
Guys, because
We
of
have
the
a special
threat,
treat for you, courtesy of the Selka restaurant and nice brownies. So, big
guys,
welcome.
because of the threat of
If you enjoy our
thunderstorms,
music today,
they moved the concert
you can do us a
indoors.
favor, go to Steel Drummers Tropical Music. Steel Drummers Tropical Music. Just drop us 5-star, that would be great on Google.
Can I have a group shot for the street? A group picture?
Guys.
Can I have you all up front in front of the instruments? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you come out from me, let's not. In front of the instruments. Sorry.
Guys, this was so much fun. This is an amazing pre-concert, part of a whole series of concerts. Last week we brought you the concert in the park, but because of the threat of thunderstorms, they moved the concert indoors. This is the 3rd Street Music School. That's where we are now. We're inside one of the performance spaces inside the 3rd Street Music School. This is this concert series, a free concert series, was brought to you in part by the 3rd Street Music School. So we thank them for inviting us indoors so that way the concert didn't have to be canceled. And it was really fabulous. Extra, extra good. We had such a good time. Look at Hudson. Hudson's got his lei on. Yeah, you can't beat those drums. Exactly, exactly, Nick G. Exactly.
Okay. If you want to. Yep. Guys, how fantastic was that? Island vibes. Island tings. Come on.
That was the Caribbean Cruisers featuring Arthur Lipner.
Big boy tings. Rastaman vibration. This beautiful time. Hudson's
It's
here.
actually chilly outside, so I have to put a jacket on.
Yep, what's this? Oh, your sweatshirt?
Here's my
Here,
sweatshirt.
stick your water in my bag.
No, there's
Guys, beautiful little theater here, tucked away on a.
James, you want me to get that?
Yeah. Hey, someone just gave us a super chat.
Oh, who's that? Let
This
me read
was,
it.
yeah,
Alan
Alan
the
the
homie. Thank you so much, Alan the homie. That's so sweet of you.
Fantastic job.
Extra good. This is so nice that they didn't
Yep.
cancel the concert. They moved it inside because of the threat of thunderstorms. But hopefully, oh, we did. We did. Yeah.
Streaming some?
Yeah, we're streaming it on our YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is it. It's at JamesandKarla.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. Thank
I'm so
you.
glad. Thank you guys for coming.
Guys, so we're inside the 3rd Street Music School. Oh my God, brownies from Veselka. Oh my God. You know we're gonna take a brownie from Veselka. James, I'll take 2, 1 for you, 1 for me. Hudson can't have any brownies. James, tuck these away so Hudson doesn't see them.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, here, we have to be really careful here.
Okay, can you get through? Just wait for the kids, wait for the kids. So we're inside the 3rd Street Music School. Yeah, we'll wait, we'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. Guys, we have to wait for the kids because the kids are leaving the school now, so we're just gonna wait a second. James, I'm gonna back up. Why don't we come back over here? We were inside the Anna Maria Kellen Concert Hall. And this is the concert hall that's part of the 3rd Street Music School. That's where they brought the free concert in. James, why don't I have a brownie while we're waiting? Okay, guys, I'm gonna have a brownie while we're waiting because the kids have to.
She's gonna steal my brownies.
No.
She said wait, and then she's gonna grab at my brownies and take my brownies.
Hold on, I'll put it in my jacket pocket. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna test the brownie. This is a brownie from Veselka.
Yep.
Ready, James? Going in.
Going in. Ah. Yeah.
Extra.
Extra good.
Oh, no, Hudson wants a brownie. I'll have to give him a treat.
Yeah. Here, hon, why don't you take this? Well, I think you'll do better. There you go. Fantastic job. Those guys brought the fun and brought the sunshine, right? Sun is shining. The weather is
And they
clear.
sang bright, sunshiny day,
Yeah.
which was perfect. So
Yeah.
hold on, I think the kids are almost done.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we can go out that way.
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, let's just go that
Go
way.
out that way. That would be best. No, I know. He tries though.
He tries.
That way the kids won't be in the way of the kids. Guys, this was so fantastic.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about music.
Big man things. Go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Were you filming for the sport or not?
No, we filmed it for our. We're East Village residents, and we filmed the whole series last year as well. We filmed it, we live streamed it for our YouTube channel. They loved it, and I'm going to put up the links of everything. I put it in the video description, but I'll put all the links that you said
Give you
too.
my card in case
Oh, wonderful!
you something.
I'm from East Village Grieve.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, I love you.
I'm Carla. This is James, and
And that's, of course,
this is
Hudson.
this is our dog Hudson. Oh, perfect, because then I'll put
Uh-oh.
your oh yeah. You could always go around.
In 1985.
Oh, so big
cool.
difference. Yeah, big
Yeah,
difference.
that's why I asked about the, use it, because I've seen it too, like you said, with only using the 2 sticks. So that's why I specifically asked about that. But you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
really,
Pleasure,
You
guys.
enjoyed it.
thank you.
Bringing the fun, bringing the sunshine.
Want to hold Hudson now?
Big time stuff.
Guys, so the outdoor these concerts are normally held outdoors. However, it did not rain, but there was this threat of thunderstorms. So because of, the sound equipment and the steel drums, I mean, like, think about it. The guy's playing a steel drum. What if there's
fill with water.
Well, right, it could fill with water. It could, the lightning could hit it. I mean, anything could have happened. So that's why they moved the concert indoors. But normally, they happen outdoors. We'll show you the park at the beautiful
Sun is shining.
Abe Liebewald Park.
The weather is clear.
Yeah, it normally happens
Rainbow
right here.
Country.
It's a free music series brought to you by Abe Liebewald Park. Oh, we just passed a Jetta wagon that Nick G liked, parked on the street.
Jetta shooting range.
Yeah, the band was called the Caribbean Cruisers, and it was headed by Arthur Lipner, who was amazing. So this is where the concert series is usually held, right here in Abe Liebewald Park. However, because there was a huge chance of thunderstorms, of course, it didn't thunderstorm at all. In normal fashion, it did not thunderstorm whatsoever.
But if they did it out here, it would have poured.
Right, if they had set up outside here, it certainly would have poured. But because they moved everything indoors, I mean, the sun came out, Go figure. But guys, this was so nice. Thank you so much for joining us. It's just something fun and different that we'd like to share with you because...
Summer in the city, guys.
Oh, hi, Heidi. Annalise Sapella's just saying hi. Here's sweet boy Hudson. He's got his lei on. Look, they gave him a lei. He's got his little lei from the Caribbean Cruisers.
Yeah.
That was amazing, amazing, amazing. So hopefully next week we'll be able to bring you another performance.
Yeah.
But it's all weather depending. So I guess we'll see what the weather is like.
What's cooking, right?
Yeah, what's cooking? What's cooking in the East Village? But in all honesty, guys, this is why we moved to the East Village. James and I, back in the 1980s, when we first met, we just loved all the amazing free things that happen in the neighborhood. And it's always, fostered art and music. And, it's a way that the community gives back to its residents to provide this free music in the park. And they have a diverse lineup. Last week we listened to jazz. And right, Afro-Cuban in particular. And today it was all about Caribbean, a little bit of reggae vibes.
Island things.
Island things, island things. Think summer, because yesterday was the first day of summer.
Hey.
Yeah, Bob Marley, it's either Dancing Feet or Magic Feet. And listen, Stormy, I know that you probably emailed before, but please email us again your mailing address so we can send you a photograph, because Stormy is the person who answered the Harry Belafonte question correct.
Yeah, you were on that.
Right, well, I had to answer for Stormy.
Oh, chat.
So Stormy, extra good of you for recognizing Harry Belafonte as the person who wrote that first and performed that first song. I mean, of course, it was performed by the Caribbean Cruisers, a cover of it, but originally made famous by the great
Bob Dylan.
Harry Belafonte. Yeah, we heard Bob Dylan, we heard Bob Marley. I mean, it was a little bit of everything. Yeah, it was really, really, really wonderful.
This is my message to you. Awesome.
Oh, Nick G says James pictures the kid. He looked exactly the same. Yeah, but if you notice, he had James had blonde hair when he was a young boy.
I'm the only happy one in the picture.
Right, James is the only one smiling in the picture.
Because I was too stupid to realize what was going on.
Yeah, but James had blonde hair as a young child, and then it gradually became brown. And then by the time I met him, his hair was jet black. So go figure. And meanwhile, Carla's the opposite. She had dark brown hair, and then suddenly it became blonde. All of a sudden, wink, wink, wink. Oh yes, Alan the homie. We wanted to open your present on our live stream on Monday. We live streamed, but what we can do is, well, we can open it on our. Yes, we can open it on our next puzzle live stream. James, can you just turn this the other direction?
Oh, I got it. I'll just carry it.
No, I don't mind carrying it.
I got it.
I just need it the other direction.
Yeah.
Just
upside down.
Hold it the other.
Boy, you turn
exactly, because that's. So let's keep on walking.
Inside out.
So that was fabulous. Extra good.
Hello.
Yeah, Monday was trivia day. Exactly. Monday we had trivia, and also we did a puzzle. And Alan, we were going to open it then, but you weren't in the chat. We wanted to wait, of course, until you were in the chat. Patricia Scowen says it was heavenly. Thank you so much for streaming this concert. Yeah, it was extra good, guys. And we got free brownies. So not only is it a free concert with amazing music, but you get free brownies from Veselka. This is Veselka right here, guys.
Yeah, the best.
Veselka is a Ukrainian comfort food diner, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
They specialize in Ukrainian food, but they also make great brownies. Yeah, they're like, wow, look at all the posters on the wall. It used to be, like New York used to be covered with stuff like that, and now it's come back because of, because, I mean, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of empty storefronts in our neighborhood, sadly, in the East Village. And the empty storefronts get plastered with these posters.
I'm coming back, baby. Back for once more.
Hey, Busy BNY. And thank you, HC Teacher, for moderating. Thank you to Gorge. I know you had to step out, but Gorge is back. Here's a wonderful meat market. It's a Ukrainian meat market. It's extra good. Victor Coco says, thanks for live streaming. You are most welcome, Victor. Oh, it's not in at the library, is it?
No, I can't tell. Why don't you run in and see if you want?
Okay. So why don't you tell them what we're doing?
Guys, we're at the Ottendorfer Library. Look at this place. The first one, right?
Yes, it was the first library. It was originally opened for German immigrants, and it's in 1883.
Free Bibliothèque.
Jimmy,
Les Halles.
1883.
1883, guys.
Take my lay off.
Yeah. Adendorfer Bridge, 1883. Look at this. One of the first public lending libraries. First building in Manhattan to be erected as a free public lending library. Right here. 2nd Avenue, St. Mark's. Yeah, Cole, love going library. I love to read, love to listen, love to hear. There's the Ukrainian home right across the street. 2nd Avenue and 9th. 2nd Avenue and 8th, St. Mark's Place. Orpheum Theater no longer has Stomp anymore. It's some tawdry burlesque Star Wars show. Imagine that. This used to be a theater right around here. St. Mark's Theater. Used to have a, you could get refreshments, had a balcony. The model Jamie King lived right here. Had a friend who hung out with her. Hope you guys are having a nice day. Welcome aboard. Yeah, exactly, Cole. Graphic novels, movie, music, they got it all. New York Public Libraries, take advantage of it. They do a fantastic job. Busy BNY, talking broccoli, as usual. Good job. Hey, Wild Bill.
First of all, I want to tell everybody we are going to rewatch.
We have our copy. We're trying
The
to find it, but we
Godfather.
just got it from the library.
We're going to rewatch The Godfather so we can use this for our trivia contest on
Next Monday.
We also are going to be giving away some stickers.
Yeah.
Libraries are for everyone.
Patricia Scowen said George took off around the buildings doing the conga
Oh,
during the show, and he
that's
just
what it
congaed
was.
his way back to his thing.
He just congaed
Hey,
his way
Danette,
back.
thank you. Loves our new book cover.
So,
book
guys,
looking so good.
We're going to be holding it very soon.
Yeah.
Look at that, 40 years of Morrissey.
Yeah,
4
40 years.
nights only. James and I saw Morrissey in concert.
The last of the international
Wow, at the
Playboys.
United Palace. Oh my God, one of the great Wonder Theaters.
Of the international Playboys.
Guys, we're
Hairdresser on fire.
we really appreciate you watching.
All around Sloane Square.
Thank you so much for that. Oh, looks like the pizzeria might have opened.
Oh,
It's not a real pizzeria. It's like
I know.
Wild Bill says time for borscht. Brownies and borscht.
Borscht.
Guys, our book release party is going to be right down the street, right here.
Yeah, we'll show you that
at
in another
12,
live stream.
12 St.
Hello.
Mark's Place.
Yeah,
We're having a
doing our
special
thing, right?
book release party
We're ending
for.
gun violence.
Nice.
Oh, great.
You want to do that?
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
look
you.
alive. Thanks, you too.
So,
Very good
we're
job
gonna,
by
on
them,
Saturday,
Amnesty International.
extra good. Saturday, October 7th, we're going to be having a get together for all our YouTube family and for a book release party and book signing event at 12 St. Mark's Place. You guys are all invited. It's free to attend. It will be between 5 and 7 p.m. We're going to be putting up on our community page the flyer for it very soon. I mean, we know it's not until October, but we realize that some of you have to be traveling outside of New York City and want to make a special trip to attend this special party on the weekend. That's why we're holding it on the weekend, not on a weekday, just for you guys.
So
Life is just a
that way
party,
people can travel in and join us.
and parties weren't meant to last.
Alex Burrell says, anyone think James Caan was miscast in The Godfather? What's your
Yeah.
opinion on that, James?
You know, at first I did, but then it grew into me.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of guys with his look
Yeah.
in
He grew.
are connected, you know?
Exactly. He grew.
They don't all look like, you know.
Exactly. Oh, Cole, what he's talking about is we mentioned The Godfather, the movie, because your homework assignment, if you choose to accept it, guy, know what that movie reference from. Your assignment, if you should choose to accept it, is to watch Godfather, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. We will be using, having a trivia chat contest
Right.
for great prizes this coming Monday during our puzzle builds. We're working on our jazz club puzzle. And while we put our puzzle together, look at that, that's adorable. Look at that, that's so cute. Look at that little guy.
Hudson approves.
Hudson approves of free art found on the street.
Hudson says yes. I like it.
Beach Bum says, love the cover of your new book. My favorite bakery is Vesuvio. Oh,
Nice.
extra good.
Nice.
So
We were just shooting a bar this
please,
morning.
if you would like to participate in our trivia contest this coming Monday, please watch Godfathers 1, 2, and 3 because we will be using questions, trivia questions derived from those movies. And you'll win some great prizes, including some free music, some 45s. We're giving away our 45 collection because we simply have no more room to keep our 45s.
Dolly Girl Twins won Pat Benatar.
Exactly. Cole says my favorite James Caan movie is Thief.
Is what?
Thief.
Feet?
Thief. You
Oh,
know,
thief, not feet.
Ladrone, you know,
Yeah.
Ladrone.
I thought it was some kind of after hours.
Look at Hudson. Oh, JC said you need to do a trivia contest when Harry met Sally. Oh, we got better
Oh, we
than
got a
that.
walking tour.
We can do a walking tour of when Harry met Sally. How about that? How about them apples?
Yeah.
We can do that. We can better you. We can top that.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah, so guys, we're just walking along the East Village now.
Just showing you a little spice of life. Slice of life.
Rollerball is my favorite Caan movie, Jess
Yeah.
Mess Mess says.
Yeah, you know, he's
got a lot.
versatile actor. He is. Sorry. He's a,
Versatile.
yeah, versatile.
Alan, the homie, says, yes, Katz's Deli. Oh, you know that famous line.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have what she's having.
See, there's the boiler room that's leading.
Yeah. You know,
That
the
location.
fake orgasm.
Could it be any darker over there?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
But we should,
There's our buddy.
do we have a photo?
No, why? You want to get one? You have the 20 with you, maybe after, huh?
Yeah, that sounds good.
They have an eating place out front, so you don't have to worry about cars.
Yeah, Nick G says they always have lovely flowers. Yeah, you know what? They've been putting out the flowers because a lot of restaurants in the city now have outdoor dining areas. That happened during the pandemic so they could stay in business because, you know, restaurants were forced to close their indoor dining. So they got creative with these outdoor areas and they spruce them up with some flowers, you know, make them look nice.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Misery was good.
Misery's great.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, most people, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's a saying.
It's a written, it's a fact.
I'll have what Gorge is having, Nick G said.
Yeah, I'll have
Oh, that's a good one, Nick G. Hey, Nick G, we're still going to, yeah, I got it. Nick G, we're still going to be checking out the hotel that you'll be staying at in the Flatiron District. We've just been so busy with work, and we haven't really been by the Flatiron lately.
Before the concert.
Yeah, we had a shoot this morning before we just live streamed now the concert. So we've been very busy beavers, James and Karla. Busy beavers, that's what you can say.
What a fantastic job.
Alien Nation, like Lewis is saying. I don't know. Oh, and thank you, Mr. Chu, for watching. I saw that you were in the live chat. Oh, no, I think it's just, you know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, supplies. It's not black, James. It's silver. It's silver.
What's the Footloose Spencer out here?
Oh, yes, Alan. I know that restaurant, Spain. That closed. That's been closed for a while. It's like a big garbage heap outside that restaurant
that
now.
now?
That restaurant, Spain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
España.
yeah.
Mucho.
Oh, Valerie Ann says 12 St. Mark's Place, 5 to 7 p.m. for a channel get-together. Hudson will get a big pile of presents at that party.
Oh,
Oh.
you know Hudson.
Make a gift registry. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's not
You
a
won't
bad
even be
idea.
able to get near Hudson that
Yeah,
night.
you'll not even be, you'll be have
He'll
to,
be behind a velvet rope.
Hudson will be giving out autographs.
Leonard DiCaprio back
Yeah.
there with Hudson.
So
Who
listen-
else?
Oh, all sorts of.
The Kardashians back with Hudson.
So let me show you, sweet boy Hudson. Here he is. James,
BB Rexa.
I think Hudson should get a treat right now. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Honey, BB Rexa will be back there with Hudson.
I think Hudson deserves a treat. Let me dig
Yeah.
out Hudson a treat.
Black Pink. All those things will be with Hudson. Hey, Cole. I hope you make a storefront book with the whole building, Carla, so I can
Oh,
sketch
yeah.
them. Yeah, Wolfgang, we're on that. Funny you should mention that. We love that stuff. Carla's rooting around in her bottomless bag.
Well, here's my hoodie. In case
There's
it
Carla's
rains. I got
hoodie.
my
In case it rains.
channel merchandise.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying, some Hudson drip. Welcome aboard, guys.
All right, here we go. Treat for Hudson time.
Here we go.
Catch. All right.
Nice job.
Another one? One more.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Catch.
Oh,
he got it.
yeah.
He got it.
Oh, Jose
talented
Greco's de Canine.
So guys,
Flamenco dancer of canines.
look at that. Looks just like him.
Looks
Extra
just like
good.
Hudson's likeness.
Yeah, he licked it.
He licked it. He loves it.
Loves it. So guys, thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for hanging out. A
We're
little
gonna
something
see you guys
different.
soon. And to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we're going to be announcing very soon the Patreon and YouTube member. James, just turn around. Just turn around. Oh, right here. Okay. We're going to be announcing our Patreon and YouTube member-only live chat where we're going to be showing and discussing our book because we got an advanced copy of our Storefront NYC book and we're going to be showing you guys first. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming up real shortly. We're going to put up in the announcement for the day and time real soon. So
Have a
guys,
great day, guys.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Give this video